Alright, gang. Spongimus Prime here, and we are back from game 1, and we are going to be using Rashmi and Ragavan for game 2. So let's draw a hand of 7 cards, and let's see how this goes. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Cool. So this is our opening hand, so let's see how this works. We're going to draw our card for turn. Is it a Path of Ancestry? So what we're going to do here is we're going to play said Path of Ancestry and pass. It'll come back to us since we don't have an opponent. Tap and untap, keep draw. Wow, this is going to be a weird game. What we're going to do is we're going to play the Frostborn Snarl and passed. Frostboil Snarl, my bad, I keep pronouncing that wrong. Untap, upkeep, draw. Cool, I'm gonna play a forest. Do I have anything I can cast? Yes, I do. Tap the forest for a green, tap the path for a blue. Cast, what does it do again? Okay, no. Cast Combine Chrysalis, and that'll be it for this turn. So untap, upkeep, nothing will trigger, draw my card for turn. Cool. Nothing I can do right now, so exactly what shall I do? Maybe for artifacts. I only control one artifact, so what we're going to do, we're going to spend nothing. We're going to play a Simic Growth Chamber, bouncing the forest back to my hand. Go to end phase, hand count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we are. We'll just pass the turn from that. So now we're going to untap, upkeep, draw. So now we're going to play the forest. Now what we're going to do is we're going to spend 4 mana. We're going to cast our commander Rashmi and Ragavan. And now we're just going to pass the turn. So it's just going to come back to us here. Untap. Oh, I just okay, so we're going to tap that, do that. Okay. It's fine. I'm going to untap, upkeep, nothing will trigger. I will draw. Whoa, okay, yeah, we just drew an Academy Manufactor. Don't know where that sneeze was coming from, but it just went away. So I'm going to spend 3 mana. I'm going to cast... we're going to cast Academy Manufactor. And I just realized my whole mic was off. Give me 1 sec. Okay, we're back. My mic's back on. Okay. Sorry for the audio inconvenience. So we're going to cast that. We're going to create a treasure token off the cast of Academy Manufactor because of Rashmi and Ragavan. There we are. We're going to exile the top card of our opponent's library, but we don't have an opponent, so it ain't going to do jack diddly squat. Okay, so let's see what we got to cast in our hand now. I have 3 mana. So let us go ahead and cast nothing. We're going to go ahead and pass the turn with 7 cards in our hand. So it'll just untap everything. Upkeep, nothing will trigger, and I shall draw my card for turn. Alright, so now we're just going to tap 5. We're going to cast Gimbal Gremlin Prodigy. On cast, I will create a treasure token, but Academy Manufactor will see that. And we're going to create a food, a clue, and a treasure token. Let's see if I can find another treasure token in here. Beast, Replicated Ring, Golem, Thupter, Gold, Feather, nothing, and nothing. So no. Oh yeah, cool. We do have another treasure, so we're gonna create a treasure, a food, and a clue token. So There we are. And, of course, we're going to exile the top card of our library, and then we get to cast it. If its mana value is less than or equal to our artifacts we control, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But we don't have an opponent again, so oh well. Alright, so now I will go to my end phase. I will create a 0/0 gremlin due to Gimbal. And let's see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 differently named artifacts. So I'm going to put 4 +1/+1 counters on that lovely, lovely gremlin. And that shall be this turn. Go ahead, untap. Actually, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. So now we're going to untap. Upkeep, nothing will trigger, and I shall draw my card for turn. Oh, goody. Play my land for turn. So hold on, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we're on turn 6 now. Cool. So I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Tap all of that and my treasure. Tap and sacrifice it. So this taps for 2. So 1 green, 1 blue. That's going to be a blue, blue, green, blue. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the treasure is going to be tapped for a green and sacrificed. And I'm going to cast a Workshop Elders. On cast, Rashmi and Ragavan is going to trigger, creating me a treasure token. Academy Manufacturer will see that and create one of each again. So I will create the treasure, another food, and another clue token. Let's see. Let's go ahead and move this off the table to clean off some space and add a die on that. There's 2 of those, 2 of those. That needs to be moved over here. Cool, 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 cool. Alrighty, now I will go to combat and I will put 4 +1/+1 counters on my Combine Chrysalis. So we are going to grab one of our 6-sided here and put 4 +1/+1 counters on it. Give me a second, gotta sneeze. Alrighty, sorry about that, had to sneeze. Alrighty, so our Combine Chrysalis and our tokens have flying. Because the Combine Chrysalis gives tokens that we control flying, and our Workshop Elders give artifacts we control flying. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to swing at my opponent for 8 in the air flying. Well, 9 in the air flying. Oh no, I can't risk getting rid of that. So they're going to get hit with 9 in the air flying, bringing them down to 31. This is turn 6. Alright, so now I will go to my end phase. Go ahead and straighten these up. And since I still control 4 differently named artifact tokens, I'm going to create another one of those gremlins. And it's going to get the same 4 +1/+1 counters because of Grimble. Or not Grimble, but Gimbal. Alrighty, so that is this turn. Actually, hand check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool, we have 6 cards in hand. Alright, now we're going to untap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Upkeep, make sure we don't have anything for upkeep. No. Make sure everything is untapped, though. And then we're going to draw our card for turn, which is a Crack Open. Nice. Nice to see that get reprinted. Ooh, now I got the sniffles. Okay. So, did not draw a land, so what we're going to do is we're going to crack a treasure token, bringing it down to 1. And then we're going to tap the Simic Growth for a green and a blue, the Path of Ancestry for a red, Frostborn Snarl for a red. Pretty sure I specified green on that treasure token we cracked. So green, green, blue. So it's 2 greens, 1 blue, 2 reds. A green and a blue again, so it's 7 mana. We're going to cast a Hellkite Igniter. When we cast that, we are going to create a treasure token because of Academy Manufactor. Actually, Rashmi is going to create that treasure token, and then our Academy Manufactor is going to see us creating that treasure token, and we're going to create one treasure, one food, and one clue instead. And of course, exiling the top card of our opponent's library, but what opponent? Alrighty. So now we're going to go to combat, and we're going to put 4 +1/+1 counters on one of our treasure tokens. So just like so. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to, since our Hellcat Igniter has haste, we are going to tap and sacrifice both of our treasure tokens. Get rid of those. Both for red mana. And we're going to give Hellcat Igniter, because it has haste, +X+0, where X is the number of artifacts I control. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's now a 15/5 along with, let's see, 8, so it's 23, plus another 4 is 27 damage, and I hit him for 9. Cool! That means they are going down to 13. So, hit him with all of the good stuff. Alrighty, so they were down to 31, so minus 15 would bring them down to 16. Minus another 4 would bring them down to 12. Minus 8, so no, my math was wrong originally. They're going down to 4. Alrighty. So that will be this turn of events. So we're going to untap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 8. This is turn, I think, 9 now. I'm going to draw my card for the turn. And I drew a mountain. Lovely, lovely lands we're having here today. So now I'm going to play my final land this game. I'm going to tap the blue here for a Thought Cast because it has affinity for artifacts. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each artifact you control, and I control 1, 2, 3. I should have 3 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it just cost a blue, and I'm going to create a treasure token, but on that creation of the treasure token from Rashmi, I'm going to create a treasure token, a clue, and a food instead. And then, of course, the exiling the whole thing, and I'm going to draw my 2 cards. Alrighty. So now I'm just going to spend the 1 and 2, 1 red, 1 green for the Hellcat Igniter to blow the game on turn 9. Alrighty. That was fun. This was my hand for turn 9. Imprisoned in the Moon, Perplexing Test, Crack Open, Gruul Signet, 7-Step War Riders, Vampire's Vengeance, and an Everquill Phoenix. Alrighty. So, with that being said, let us now get to our summary bit. Alrighty. So, with part 2 over with, we now have to come to review which 2 of the commanders I feel like did fare a little bit better. So, Gimble's whole gimmick is to get more tokens out, more artifact tokens out, more specifically, to make the gremlins he makes each one of your in-phases bigger and have them have trample, which is fun and all, but it's too slow. And I did notice when I played with Rashmi and Ragavan that if we had an opponent, we'd be getting a lot more value because the deck honestly geared towards getting more artifacts out and casting that 1 spell per turn and giving us more value. Even though if we had an opponent, this would really be game breaking instead of Gimbal. I would honestly feel that you should run Rashmi and Ragavan as the commander whenever you do decide to pick this up, if you already haven't, and run Gimbal as the secondary. Don't take him out, just leave him as the secondary, because creating a token on your end phase would be much more valuable in the deck than as the commander. And plus, he already costs 5 mana, and you're just getting a pretty mana effect. But for 4 mana, you're getting a really, really powerful effect with Rashmi and Ragavan here. And I feel like out of the two, again, Rashmi would be greatest as the commander, while Gimbal would be better in the deck itself. Or unless you just pull him out to make his own little commander deck where you're just making artifact tokens upon artifact tokens. Now, I'm not saying there is not support for this dude in the deck. Because there is support in the deck for Gimbal. But I personally feel like Gimbal would be best suited in the deck because of that support. Like, he would be your better secondary commander that you would want to win a game with in the middle of a game. While Rashmi is just building your field up and then stealing your opponent's cards, giving you the more value. So that's pretty much all that there is to say here about this deck more specifically. So the next deck coming up, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on this. The next deck that is coming out tomorrow, as I fumble around, is Divine Convocation. Now, this deck already is boosted. I got this when the set released, so we're not going to be doing a base precon gameplay. We're going to be doing an upgraded gameplay. So be sure to subscribe so you won't miss this video coming out, and then eventually when we get to it, the secret lair deck from Cute to Brute. So yeah, this is SpongeMiss Prime signing out. Peace.